someone other than yourself. Get your ego out of this, okay?
Oh, you're going to talk to me about ego? You are going to talk to me about ego, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you about ego.
Tell me when I'm telling lies!
Let me in.
Hey, this is a toxic reign scandal featuring the Turnbuckle King TBK. Got another one for you guys. Got an update here on the Vince McMahon saga. As they say, the saga continues. But it's not bad for Vince. Vince McMahon files motion to compel arbitration in Janel Grant lawsuit. We will discuss that, as Vince McMahon will not back down from anybody because he's Vince McMahon. See who came into the locker room before we get in. XL Pro, salute to you. Appreciate your support. We got Mr. Goodbread Reaction. And Carl Mars, salute to you. Thank you all for your support. We'll talk about it. We will talk about it. Meanwhile, I will have a separate stream for this. I just want to do a little update. Some of those you already know if you check my community tab, but some of you that may not know, I'm going to share it now. Good news. We are monetized. This official channel, Toxic Reign Scandal, aka KDH, is monetized. And as I do give others their props on here, Toxic Reign Scandal, I thought I'd do the pleasure of giving myself some props myself. And you guys know where I'm about to go with this. Let's get into it. Yes, but it ain't just me that deserve it. We all deserve it because we want for your support, your guys' positive comments, even the haters that say something negative. We wouldn't got to this point. So with that being said, I thank you all. And like I said, we'll celebrate. It's going to be a separate stream for that. Sometime this week, definitely will. But that don't mean that I'm going to forget about it. We will talk about it. Thank you all for that. Thank you, Mr. Goodbread Reaction. Thank you, Gerard. Salute to you, by the way. And that's right. You heard Gerard. Hit the like button as you come into the locker room. As usual, with this news, let's air the dirty laundry. Get your seat in the locker room. We're going to talk about it. Now, with this news here of Vince McMahon, it says here of this whole situation going on with Vince and the whole saga and all of it is crazy because the fact of the matter is the news says here that was reported a few hours ago. It says that McMahon's lawyers claim Grant signed a binding NDA. Vince McMahon's legal team contends a binding arbitration clause exists in the NDA Janel Grant signed back in 2021. McMahon filed a motion in the District of Connecticut on Tuesday, which is today, by the way, to compel arbitration of Grant's lawsuit. This means McMahon's asking the court to recognize the arbitration clause and send a matter of private arbitration hearings with the independent arbitrator rather than litigation. Also says here, typically a party makes this motion when it believes there are mention of the evidence during trial would be highly prejudicial and could not be remedied by instruction to disregard. Reads the description of this type of motion via Trellis Law. Today, filing by McMahon team reads by publicly filing her salacious, false, and defamatory complaint. Plaintiff has brazenly and intentionally violate a binding contract to arbitrate. The filing continues to allege McMahon and Grant engaged in consensual relationship and references the love letter that I also talked about here before. Last time it was an update on this whole situation. She wrote to him in 2021 as proof of this. Now, there's plenty of paragraphs I'm going to skip to on. It says several paragraphs in the filing refute claims that Grant's lawsuit that she was in financial difficulties or was a full-time caregiver leading up to a relationship with McMahon. Wow. This is some juicy news. I told you he was going to add a dirty laundry over here. Told you about that. I will explain that, Gerard, after I finish reading this whole statement. We'll read that. We'll explain. Now, it says the filing also notes that Grant was living with her fiance during the time of her relationship with McMahon, and that both parties were aware the other was involved in other romantic relationships. Side piece. It says during the parties' consensual relationship, plaintiff and defendant knew that the other was also involved in other romantic relationships. Plaintiff was living near Park Tower, a luxury multi-million-dollar building in Stamford, Connecticut, where her longtime fiance, attorney Brian Gonzalez. Plaintiff and Cavalis lived in the same luxury building as defendant, just 4 floors below when the parties began the affair in 2019. Ooh, you a dirty one, girl. You got a fiance messing with Vince like that, girl. You nasty. Plaintiff will often visit the defendant at his condominium at all hours, including 2:30 a.m. Booty call. We know what that means. To pursue their affair and then return back to a condominium with Gonzalez the same night. Ooh, you are definitely not wife material. Ain't no way I'll marry someone. You engage this woman, live with her. She up there dipping off on you, boy. She knows she got her. She love them Sims, don't she? The filing then notes that both parties agreed to end their relationship in 2022, and the NDA was drawn up and signed. The agreement includes a clause that state disputes will be resolved through arbitration. And it said the filing continues to refute all allegations against McMahon. And it says when the complaints allegations are adjuncted in the proper form, witnesses are called to testify under oath, and all communication between parties, including those authorized by plaintiff, which she potentially did not share in her complaint or produce. The allegations and claims will be disproven, and plaintiff will be exposed for the liar that she is. Meanwhile, for the foregoing reasons and set forth further below, defendant's motion should be granted. And then it says, Ann Callis, the lawyer representing Grant, issued a statement about today's filing from McMahon's team. She refused claims that Grant was not a caregiver for her ailing parents before entering a relationship with McMahon. Also states she was no longer in a relationship with Gonzalez when staying at his apartment. And Callis said Vince McMahon has never known a storyline that he doesn't twist to fit his own shameful narrative. Her father was in home hospice during his final days, which Janel continued to care for him around the clock. Prior to his passing, she had been caring for her blind, wheelchair-bound mother. Using the grief of someone who lost both their parents at all time new level of disgusting, her ex-boyfriend allowed her to stay in the apartment as she rebuilt her life and resumed post taking care of her parents. She had no job and no other financial support to lay back on. Okay, that's enough of this thing. Okay. What according to reading this, it means that Janel Grant, this little heifer right here, Janel Grant, she basically signed an NDA back in 2022, and since she signed the NDA, all the stuff she said with Vince, everything she said, she cannot use that in court. And Vince McMahon is basically stating that he is going to go, in so many words, Vince is going to fight that. And if he has an NDA and prove that, also with the love letter, that means Janel Grant ain't getting nothing. It doesn't matter what she's trying to do. If she signed an NDA, it's over. The Janel Grant can talk all she wants, plead all she wants, try to talk to the courts. This is what the judge is going to do. It doesn't matter. So Vince got the NDA. He got the love letters. It sounds like to me that Vince will prevail this whole situation. So this girl's crazy, man. But yeah, they say it's legal teams. It's a binding arbitration clause. I'm sorry, she signed in 2021, not 2022. And he filed it in the District of Connecticut today. That's what Vince did. But it says that they were engaged in consensual relationship. Now her lawyer saying, and Cal is saying that Janelle was not with her ex-boyfriend at the time. She was. Why would you write that love letter? I believe she was. They said she was dipping off at 2:30 in the morning to go see Vince. If you was, I think it's crazy that she's trying to lie on Vince. If she said all stuff about Vince and he got this love letter as proof and the NDA, Janelle don't have nothing, guys. She don't have anything. And it's going to be hard for her to get, to prove all that stuff. I mean, it's wild. What do you guys have to say in the locker room? These wings have Tice O'Neil written all over it. Gerard said this. Oh, you talking about Julia Hart. Get to this. You said you actually want Janelle to win as Vince needs to be punished for his actions. I understand that. The thing about it is, Gerard, if Janelle signed an NDA and it's a binding contract, and she's saying, and she has a love letter, that means she has nothing. It's pretty much what she filed in this lawsuit is going to be null and void. You said Vince wins, he will wiggle his way back to WWE, which will be bad. And too, since you brought that up, Gerard, you know that he's been talking to John Cena and The Rock. Them the only two people that still talks to him during this whole saga. He's been keeping in touch with The Rock and Cena. And I will say, if he does win and does come back, the product we know is WWE. All the great stuff we were seeing, it would not be the same. No chance.
No chance in hell.
So hopefully he don't come back to WWE. And I think he knows that he's going to clear his name. There's no need for him in WWE at all. No Vince. That's it. No Vince. Vince wants to be buried in WWE. It's an ego thing with him. Vince don't want to let it go. But I do believe that the Janel Grant situation, this whole lawsuit, I don't think it's going to go through, guys, because she had a fiance, a consensual relationship. Now, we know what it means consensual. That means two parties agree on a relationship. So if she agrees on this whole situation with Vince McMahon and they both had romantic relationships out of this, it sounds like you guys agree to have y'all do y'all thing and you be each other's side pieces. He be your side piece, you be his side piece, whatever you want to be. But I don't know. It's just a crazy situation. And I think Vince is going to end up getting the W on here. He will win. He will win. I know some people don't want Vince to win, but I think he got it in the bag. The love letter is part one. Now he's doing this whole, now not only the love letter, now he's doing this NDA part two. That's two things of evidence to prove that Vince McMahon is in the clear. People may say Vince is sick, Vince is crazy, which he is, all those things. But Vince is smart. He ain't dumb like Sean P. Diddy Combs, a.k.a. Brother Love. He ain't as dumb as that fool is. He got some sense. And actually, Mr. Gilbert talked about the comparison between Mr. Vince McMahon, and Diddy on his channel. He actually talked about it. But he's not stupid, though. You said Vince has a psychological issue that no one's talking about. Yeah, I know Vince is not all there, but he's not dumb by any means. Vince is C now, but he has a juggernaut compare. Oh yeah, it's no comparison between Vince and Tony. Tony's like pennies compared to Vince. Ross said Vince will win because his is so long Lucifer. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. That man do got some evil spirit in him. Right about that.
And I'm
Yeah, that's crazy. I think Vince is gonna be good. And it's crazy. This was all over Janel Grant wanted $3 million compared to the $1 million that Vince was going to offer her. So she did all this for $2 million. And I don't think Janelle wanted this money. Here's the thing. The whole $2 million, I don't think Janelle was all in this. I think honestly, this is gonna sound crazy to y'all. But I would say this whole lawsuit began. I would say her fiance put her up to this. She didn't want this money. Their money was low. And the fiance knew about Vince McMahon the whole time. She knew about Vince. And now she knew about Vince, you know, he was cool with it until the money bag got low. We got 19 people in here. Get the likes up, subscribe. I'm dropping breaking news here. Come on, guys. Don't do that. Don't do the locker room like that. Hit that like button. That's right. Not happy Jacob Parnes gaining weight. Yeah, that's wild. NXT. We'll talk about that too. But yeah, I think her fiance put her up to this to get money. I don't believe this was all her doing it. I'm not calling her innocent, but I think that her fiance wanted because of money. It's similar to the whole Cassie with Diddy thing. The whole Diddy lawsuit. Cassie's husband wanted money. He had Cassie filed a lawsuit to get money, and I think it's no different with Janel Grant and her fiance or ex-fiance, whatever the case may be, whoever he is. That's why I believe it's going down. We also hear on X. I know we covered on X, but fortunately on X, you want to check out more of this breaking news. Vince McMahon files motion to compel arbitration in Janel Grant lawsuit comes to Toxic Ring Scandal, aka KDH on YouTube. We will say our goodbyes on X. Meanwhile, I believe that she did not do this alone. She was put up to this, but like I said, Vince can prove all of this. She's going to be done. That lawsuit's not going to mean anything. Because remind you, Janel Grant, this is an old picture of her. She's 43 years old now, so she's much older than she was. And I find it weird that your parents were sick. It says in this article too. It said that her parents were sick at the time. They said that she wanted money. She was all about money. That's all it was. That's what attracted Vince was money. So they said it was a complaint of trafficking and alleged violation, all of that. But she's 40. Well, she was then 42 years old, so she's probably 45 now. So we gotta read the lines. This woman's old. She desperate, want money. She's trying to do whatever she can. They had a consensual relationship. If it's consensual, that means it's an agreement. Oh, whoa. Hold up, stop the press, stop the press, stop the press. We got ourselves the first ever super chat. And let's highlight that right now. Mr. Goodbread Reaction sent $4.99 to the Toxic Race Scandal, guys. Thank you, Mr. Goodbread Reaction, for sending it. You are first ever super chat on the Toxic Race Scandal at the locker room. What do you want to hear? What soundbite do you want? He said, just showing love to the channel. That was supposed to be the message. I can hear the open mic and Michael Cole. Yes, indeed. We will play that right now. Let's do that right now. He wants the open mic.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
That's the first soundbite. Let's play the second one of Michael Cole, meaning not this way, not this way. Damn it. Those are the soundbite. Thank you again, Mr. Goodbread. And also, if you guys want to do this, it is there. You see it now. If you want to send a super chat, it's at your discretion. This is the locker room. I ain't doing that begging up in here. I ain't no bootlicker. I ain't doing that begging. You gonna send money to me or not? If you want to send money to support the channel, besides the Cash App, that's one option. One option. If you want to do that, you can either send Cash App, or as you can see if you want me to read it out loud like I did Good Bread, yes, you can do it with a super chat or super sticker here at the Toss Range Scandal at the Locker Room. This is a newly monetized channel. I know we're not used to seeing that, but yes, if you see that on your screen, your tablet, phone, whatever device you're holding, yes, you can send money out or Cash App, whatever the case may be. So let's do that. Let's do that. Thank you again, Mr. Gilbert. I appreciate that. And I will put the Cash App up here now. All right. We ain't doing all that. We ain't doing that up in here. But also, yes, let's continue on with this story. Janel Grant, I don't think she has any evidence. I don't think she has any more dog in this fight. If Vince can prove that she wrote this love letter and the NDA and everything's consensual, how is she supposed to get this whole $3 million? I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I don't see that. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Goodbread who wants to walk with life. I'm just gonna get that sound bite. Thank you, Gerard. I'm gonna have some more. You know I did that. It doesn't matter. So anybody come in and talk that nonsense, I got something for you. And I'm going to play it one more time. If you want to talk crazy besides stupid, we're going to do this one. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if you talk all that garbage. So that's new one for you trolls and all you others talk all that nonsense in the locker room. So yes, the like button. No bootleg, no bootlicking, no tap dancing. Nope, none of that. None of that. No, and please feel free to chat. Yeah, we not doing. Don't do that over here. We ain't like some of them other channels, and also we ain't those other channels that yell and force our opinion on people and yell at the top of their lungs. You know, like one of those other East Coast cities where they just yell top of their lungs, scream, 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 and force people to like what we like. We don't do that crap over here either. The like button, that's right. But let's continue on with the story. I don't think Janel Grant has any other evidence. I think she's done, guys. We saw this with the love letter. Now we see it with the NDA. We got to learn how to read between the lines. How is Janel Grant going to get $3 million from this man? If Vince can prove all of this, how's she going to get this money? And I don't think it's going to happen. Now, am I saying Vince is a saint? Am I saying Vince is the, good Samaritan? I'm not saying none of that. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying he has proof to back up what he's saying. He's filed a motion to compel arbitration. He's going to refute her lawsuit. If he can do that, that's it. The jig is up. It's up with Janel Grant. I'm just saying she ain't got no dog in this fight. Not at all. Not at all. Yep. There you go. Yeah, so it's crazy, man. What you said, Gerard? Blank, Mr. Goodbread, Gerard said Mr. Goodbread, blank is passionate but very petty. He blocked me on Twitter over Dakota Kai.
Kingston jaw and face planted.
Yeah, that is petty. Of what Blank did. We're talking about Blank. So, yeah, that's wild. But yeah, anyway, Janel Grant, I don't see it with her. I don't know how she's gonna get out this whole situation. And you was living with your fiance at the time it is. And also it said in her lawsuit she was in financial difficulties, meaning Janel needed a bag. He was desperate. That's what she needed. So since she needed a bag, she was willing to do whatever she could to get that money. So Janel Grant, you are not innocent. And I said it before. You're not innocent. You're not a victim. No, you are guilty. You're a signee. You are part of the sign-up committee, which means you sign your name to whatever you can to get whatever opportunity that benefits you. And then when you pulled this lawsuit, you had the victim committee back you up, and they backed you up. But now Vince, he strikes back just like Darth Vader. That's why the whole, if you read the thumbnail, Vince strike back. He's literally he's Darth Vader coming back. Wow, over the pen. I don't like gatekeepers. Neither do I. It's disappointing. Janel will lose, but I give her credit for challenging the loser from Vince McMahon. Yeah, Janel Grant is desperate, man. She needs money. She needed a bag. Think about it. When her parents were passing away, her dad was in he was in a home, and her mother, I think, was in a home too. She was blind, I believe it says, and her dad was in the to care. She was in a home to get care, and she was caring for her dad. They didn't leave her no money, so she needed a bag. And remember, she was then 42 years old. It was back at what? Parents died in 19. So she's probably had to guess. She's probably 47, 48 now. But yeah, it's sad though. But Janel, you stooped very low, very, very low. And it feel like you really thought it was open mic night. You really thought it was that.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
Who told you that? Come on now, girl. You wilding out. Mr. Gilbert reaction said, blank is stubborn and dumb. He thinks he is the end all be all to the IWC. And let me say, man's visual audio is immaculate, but he rules as soon as he speaks. So when he talks basically for this blank person, he basically sounds like this.
Kingston jaw and face planted.
So yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, and Gerard said all the other victims are quiet because of shut-up money. And also, not just that, Gerard, they signed NDAs, binding NDAs, which means you cannot open your mouth. If there's proof that Janel Grant signed an NDA, legally binding one, and she's talking about this, trying to file a lawsuit, then you violate the NDA, unless it's expired, of course. But if it's still going on, and it's not expired, then she's doomed. She's toast. Yes, Janel thought it was open mic night, but where are all the other accusers? They quiet. They sign NDAs and they quiet. And they want to they want to stay good. They don't want to get involved. Amber Turd. Yeah, she is Amber Turd. She's definitely Amber Turd on this one. It don't make no sense. That girl's silly, man. That girl's silly. And she's not going to get out of this one clean. I can tell you that much. She's not going to get out of this one clean by any means. Now, like I said, it said that when they met in 2019, think about it. She was under. She just remember when she met Vince in 2019. She was under a lot of stress. Janel met. This is the thing about Vince. Janel and Vince met when she was her most vulnerable. That's the problem in this whole situation. She literally met Vince after her parents' passing in 2019. That's the thing about it. So if she met Vince around that time, we know that Janel was very vulnerable under the least proper state of mind. So when you meet like that, it says right here in this article, I'll read it right now. At the time, parties met in 2019. Plaintiff was not dealing with profound grief from her parents passing. That's a lie. And struggling financially, as she described in her complaint. She had been devoted years around the clock caregiving for her parents. Okay, that's what they say. The statements are complete falsehoods based on foreclosure action against placed to her parents. Her father passed away in 2017, 2 years before plaintiff met defendant, and his marital status was recorded as widow, confirming plaintiff's mother had passed earlier. So meaning, okay, so it's still fresh that her parents passed. It's still fresh. Because her dad had passed in 2017. And her mom passed sooner. It's still fresh. Let's be real here. Let's call spade a spade here. If I had to guess, Janel Grant, she's a grown woman. If she was under a financial situation to take care of her parents, even though her parents gone and they didn't leave her nothing, it sounded like her parents, before they got ill, they were taking care of her. It's like she one of those spoiled, entitled brats, and she used to get money. And I think when she met Vince, she was vulnerable. She needed a bag, like I said earlier. That's what it seemed like to me, based off what I'm reading in this article. Oh, let's see. You guys got a lot to say. Defamation of character. Vince got a deep case coming. Yeah, you got a fact there. Let me give yours on that.
Because I am that damn good.
Let's see what else you guys got to say. The signing of NDA is a cop-out for, could be Amber Heard's a nightmare. Yeah, Amber Heard is a nightmare. You're right about that, Gerard. Showtime 666, thanks for coming up to the locker room. Let's read what you have to say tonight. You know why she was quiet? She got paid once Vince stopped paying. He broke the NDA. You some sick. Vince broke his own contract, hence she spilled the goods. I didn't think of it that way, Showtime. You may be on to something. Because she got paid and he stopped paying. If that was part of the NDA for him to pay a certain amount and he stopped paying and he broke it, then that means Vince will be out. That means he will be outnumbered and he'll be null and void. So who knows? Gerard said, oh boy, here we go. Vulnerable time, and Vince took advantage of innocence. Crimea River, not just Timberlake, but Jack Perry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. If her dad passed in 2017, she met Vince in 2019, it's still fresh where her dad passed, and her mother passed whatever year it was. It did not state the year her mother passed. It was before her dad. She still was in that vulnerable state of mind, and Vince took advantage of that. She didn't think this through. You can tell she's being coached from outside influence. If it was up to her, she'd take the 1 million and keep quiet. Somebody in her ear for 3. Yeah, her whack fiance. Amber Heard's a nightmare. No thanks. Yep, I agree. That Amber was a disaster. That can't be true facts. Yeah, so it's definitely wild with Janel Grant. She's going through a lot. And let me see if there's any notes in this article. I mean, she was living in a luxury multi-million-dollar building. Same building Vince McMahon was living in. So Janel is one of those girls who's like to be well kept. Somebody take care of her. So definitely, that's wild. Definitely wild, man. That just don't make no sense. None whatsoever. It just don't. Let's see. They ended the relationship in 2022. So they was in each other for what? 3 years? And the NDA was drawn up and signed. But it said the clause state that disputes will be resolved through arbitration, which is where we at now. Now, let me read this part. In fact, we read that here. Let's go to Vince McMahon. We're talking about you, Mr. No Chance, cause that what you got. All right. it says here, in fact, the parties wish to preserve the confidential and private nature of any disputes under the agreement. They specifically provided in the agreement that disputes would be resolved through arbitration. Plaintiff was represented by a lawyer who negotiated the agreement for her before she executed. When defendant learned that plaintiff, despite her promises, had violated, it says when defendant learned that plaintiff, which is the plaintiff is Janel Grant, despite her promises, she violated the agreement by wrongfully disclosing both the existence of the agreement and their relationship. He, Vince McMahon, exercised his contractual right to withhold payment otherwise owed under the agreement. So that's why Vince did not give her the $3 million she wanted, because she violated the agreement by disclosing the agreement in their relationship. That's why she didn't get that money. So it makes sense why they had an agreement, and basically, in some sense, we'll give a street term, Janel reneged. She reneged on that. And Vince said, you ain't getting my money because you revealed the relationship in the agreement. So you get nothing, Nathan. You get Nathan. That's how bad it got. Let me read the rest. In response, plaintiff sought to harm him. She intentionally violated the enforceable contract with salacious, false, and defamatory public filing, which was in January. Initially in 2022. However, the FAA and binding United States Supreme Court precedent and plaintiff's own agreement require that if plaintiff wishes to proceed with her fictitious claims, she must do so in arbitration, not in this court, and that this action be stayed pending arbitration. So this is all starting to make sense. Do you hear at the locker room? Janel want to do what she's supposed to do. That's wild. That is wild. Let's see what you guys say. This is the classic case of side piece go wrong. And it said Janel saw Vince as a high value man and his money, not her romanticism as he's wrinkly. Vince is low-key alpha male en route to Omega League. He's no simp, but he was playing Captain Saberho. Yeah, he a trick. He ain't no simp. He definitely a trick, though. He leaves with his wallet. But if she violates that agreement, like I said before, she has no dog in this fight. Like I said, Janel needed a bag. She needed a bag on this one. She was desperate. I just know this is not looking good for Janel Grant. It's not looking good at all. That's my thing. My thing at the end of the day, who do you think is going to win this? Janel or Vince? Will Vince win this, or will Janel win this? Who's winning this whole thing? Somebody got to win this whole thing. Yeah, he leaves with his wallet way too much. That boy know he a trick. Trick R Us. Not Toys R Us, Trick R Us. Showtime 666 has a comment. He says there is a paper trail. He used company money to pay her. He was passing her around to Ace. He means Johnny Laurinaitis. He's formerly known as Johnny Ace. She willingly got into this, but Vince stopped paying her, bro. That's why she spoke. The evidence is public. Well, according to this report here, say he stopped paying because she violated the agreement. Vince will win, but I don't want Vince back in the WWE. This is a new era. Yeah, it's the non-Vince McMahon era. We don't want him. I don't want him back either. And I still think regarding all of this, I don't want him back in there. It don't make sense. He's going to ruin everything. And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Yeah, this is crazy. Let me see if there's anything else in this article that may have missed. Let's see if I cover it now. It says here, Okay, it says when the compliance allegations are adjuncted in proper form, witnesses are called to testify under oath. In all communication between parties are altered by plaintiff in which she intentionally did not share her complaint or produce. The allegation and claims will be disproven, and plaintiff will be exposed for life she is. I think I read this earlier. Just going to reiterate. But yeah, this is not good. This is not good. And I don't think Janel Grant's going to get this. I think Vince is going to win this one. Whether people like Vince or not. Showtime 666 said, thank you for reading my comments. No problem. I love WWE. I love Vince, but he fucked up, bro. WWE is better without him, and that sucks to say, homie. Yeah, it is. Vince is better off not being around. Better off not being around. We want him gone. We want to see one of these events when it comes. At the end of the day, we want to see come down to this.
Bye-bye, bitch.
I want him bye-bye. I don't want him to come back. Yeah, this is wild. Gerard said there's already enough releases going on. If Vince returns, what next? He will ruin the product. Yeah, he will ruin the product. Definitely ruin the product. You right about that one. What you say, Gerard? I think you asked me a question here. You said, do you have your Vince your fire? Oh yeah, definitely. Play that right now. Yeah, you're fired, Vince. You're out of there. You're out of there. You said there's already enough releases going on. Vince returns. What's next? Yeah. Speaking of, yeah. I don't know who's going to win this one, Janel or Vince. I got Vince. My money's on Vince McMahon. Vince got some sense. He's smart about it. I think that's what he's going to do. Because Janel, she's desperate, but she was not smart. And when you get desperate like that and be vulnerable, you don't think clearly and you tend to do dumb stuff and you let your ego get to you. Very clearly.
About someone other than yourself. Get your ego out of this, okay?
Oh, you're going to talk to me about ego? You are going to talk to me about ego, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you about ego.
Yeah, and Janel Grant just did not think this through at all. Not at all. Oh, no, it's all good, Gerard. Appreciate your support. Yeah, Vince will win. He will. Speaking of which, guys, you know, I mean, ain't no more to the story. Like I said before in the past, I will keep you guys updated with this whole Vince McMahon saga. But the next thing we'll probably hear about this is more evidence. We're at the evidence point, and probably what the termination going to be, in the end all be all. Someone has to be Vince with the law. Yeah, we have to see what happens next with this whole story. We don't know, but I will say it's still more for this to continue with the whole saga of Vince McMahon and Janel Grant lawsuit. Since Vince did file a motion, definitely gonna kick things into gear. And this is far from over. It's not, too far, but it's not at the beginning either. So there'll be some more evidence probably, maybe unless somebody else speaks up. But other than the evidence, if no more people are speaking up and speaking on Janel's behalf and have evidence against Vince, it seems like he has the evidence, whatever. It seemed like it's going to be a dub for Vince McMahon. Win for him. Vince can't keep winning. This is injustice. You would think he's down, but this dude never quits. He never quits. Showtown 66 say Vince say messages about dumping on her. Vince played it sloppy. It is his defense to say she broke the NDA, but she has proven that payment stopped. Thus she talked. And also, don't forget that he has a love letter as well. So, she may seem like Vince was doing trafficking and some type of abuse and all that, but you agreed to it, and also you put a love letter. So that's consensual agreement. Now that dumping feces on her head and all that, that's crazy. Don't get me wrong. Why aren't the Me Too movement feminists trying to cancel Vince. Oh, trust me, they behind this somewhere. Roll me one. Salute to you. He said, hey, all. Vince beat the justice system like cheat codes in GTA. Pretty much. But yeah, this is the whole thing regarding the situation of Vince and Janel Grant. Like I said, it'll be probably more evidence or someone going down the rabbit hole. I think Vince got this. And I think as long as he has evidence on Janel with the love letters and the NDA and maybe other evidence we don't know too. And I said with the love letter, he was going to have more something else on her. And I was right. But speaking of which, I know Gerard brought this up. We have to bring up a release. Cameron Grimes was released by WWE. Now, he was released and he posted this video earlier today. And this is the video that he posted.
This is Trevor Lee, also known as Cameron Grimes. I just got off the phone with WWE and unfortunately, I've been released from my contract. 5 years ago, the last thing that I was able to tell my father, Tracy Cadell, was that I signed with the WWE. I loved working here. I loved working at the WWE. I want to thank absolutely everybody that's helped me. I could sit here and name off a list of people, but the video might be a little bit too long. Even though you guys haven't seen me in the past year, I've been trying my best to learn from everybody that comes through, everybody that would let me sit there and listen. But if you're a fan of mine, I'm here to let you know that there's a damn fire lit under my ass, man. All I want to do is work. All I've ever wanted to do is work. This is all I got, man. But hey, the good news is there ain't going to be no stopping Trevor Lee now, baby. Let me tell you that. I love you guys. If you're watching this, I love you. We're going to figure this out. This isn't what I wanted to do at all. The WWE is all I've ever wanted to do and be. But if I have to go somewhere else now to show them that they missed out, I guess that's what I got to do. Thank you, guys.
That is Cameron Grimes. He was known for being in NXT, later moved on to the main roster, and he was on SmackDown. And he had a good run. It's just he was never on TV. He never had an opportunity to do anything. But yeah, this is Cameron Grimes. He's with WWE for years. And he just never had his opportunity. But it sucks that he's gone, that he lost his job, releases. But hopefully he get picked up somewhere else. And Romy wants to see Cameron Grimes versus Ali TNA. I'm here for it. That's a good scenario, Romy one. Gerard said this is sad, emotional live by Trevor Lee. Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes won't be going to the moon. No. Sad to see a man lose his job, stay positive, Grimes. No, yeah, absolutely. Nobody wants to see someone lose their job, get released like that. But I could say in his defense, he's on a 90-day non-compete clause, I believe. So he'll have somewhat of a check until 3 months. Now his country accent coming out slipping. DDE, salute to you. Thanks for coming out, man. I'm about to get you a wrench, DDE. Get you a wrench and others a wrench too. Gerard said Romy one, yeah, he'll have several hours on the independent scene. He won't be going to the moon. Nope. Well, watching that video, Trevor Lee, aka Grimes, will kill it in place by GCW TNA. after NXT and Impact before. I heard he was Impact before, but that's the thing. Speaking of which, where would he go? Who's going to take Cameron Grimes? Will he go back to TNA? Will he go to AEW? Will he go to Independent? Still, like I would say, more likely he'll go to the independent scene. It seems like that's the option for him. It's probably the best option. That's what it seems like it's going. So, GCW, a good one. MLW, Major League Wrestling, or also you got maybe go to Booker T's Reality of Wrestling. Who knows? But hopefully he'll find some work though. He'll find some work. GCW. I heard about GCW, Roll Me One. Who is over there right now? Ain't there somebody from the Anoa'i family over there? Ain't that where Jacob Fatu was at? But yeah. Gerard said the options are plenty, so he'll be fine. I'm not worried for him. Yeah, it's a lot of opportunities. He got 90-day non-compete clause. He 3 months of somewhat of severance pay. And then he has all these promotions. We got GCW, TNA, Independent. I don't know about AEW, but you got MLW, GCW, maybe Booker T's Reality of Wrestling. You got House of Glory. You got lots of them, lots of opportunities to go, lots of them. Yeah, Matt Cardona is there. See, Matt Cardona, he's truly independent. He goes to one promotion, do his thing, pack his bags, go to another promotion, get paid, do his thing, get paid, pack his bags, go to another promotion. Billy Starks from ROH was in GCW just a few days ago. That's true. And also, Shayna Baszler was in GCW not so long ago, and she's in WWE. So he will definitely find an opportunity to take to the next level. And maybe he'll get noticed just like Matt Cardona got noticed, just like others got noticed. But the only thing I didn't like about this situation, I understand he was wrongfully done, but he shouldn't have went on and cried like that because WWE don't like that, because it seemed like he's trying to make WWE look bad, like they did something to him. It's just a part of business, guys. If, there was nothing to do with his character, if WWE don't see a place for you, they will, take care with the 90 days with severance pay, and they have to release you. Unfortunately, everybody's not going to make it into WWE, and you can't go on, I know you're frustrated, I know you're upset, but you can't go out to, make sobbing videos about being released. Look at this, for example. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Cameron Grimes first getting released to cry? Look at that. We know Drake Maverick did it years ago. He took the Drake Maverick approach. Look at this. Keith Lee got released, didn't cry. Dolph Ziggler got released, didn't cry. Matt Cardona got released, didn't cry. Miro, formerly known as Rusev, he got released, he didn't cry. Come on, man. I mean, that's the only thing I didn't like about that. He shouldn't have went on and did that. Unfortunately, I had to release you, Cameron. Like you said, you want on TV in a year. If that's a chance, you ain't gonna be on TV that long. That's a chance. I'm not saying it was going to happen, and it would, even though it ended up happening. What's the chance you thought you was gonna have a job much longer? But he ain't the only one. You got guys like Apollo Crews and Cedric Alexander. Now they're doing dark matches, but they're not on televised television where everybody can see it. But, everybody can't do the crying thing. You thought crying was going to bring WWE back to you? That they was going to rehire you? Oh, Cameron, we saw the post. We saw you crying. Oh, man, you'll get your job back. It worked for Drake Maverick, but not for you. It's better. I think Cameron Grimes getting released, it's a blessing in disguise, because now, like the saying always go, when one door closes, another one opens. So he got to take it for that, however he wants it. That's the only thing I didn't like it. And I think there's more releases coming, guys. This is not the end of releases. Let's see what you got to say. Yeah, Drake Maverick did do it. Billy Starks is the one to watch. I heard Billy Starks has been doing her thing. Yep, she do got to toe that dangerous. She's the ROH girl. Sanger didn't hold back on his release. Yeah, he was very frustrated. He said he was talking about how the Middle Eastern Indian descent don't get pushed. But he didn't cry about it. He was just frustrated. Right. Right. They don't get pushed as much. They should get pushed more. The most we saw out of Indians getting pushed was, and most recent was Jinder Mahal and Great Khali. They both were 2 former world champions. Billy Stark needs to be serious, though, to make it to the next level and improve her promos. Okay. I knew soon when Triple H started firing people, I knew Cameron Grimes was next. I actually forgot about him. DDE, I forgot about Cameron Grimes. I forgot all about him. As a wrestler, as Romy once said, he said, it is heartbreaking to lose a job in a sport you love, a big company like WWE. It is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking not just for the wrestler to lose their job. It's for the basketball players that get cut from the basketball team. It's for the football players that don't make it through preseason. Them guys be feeling depressed too. It's a sport you love to do. A sport you always want to do. For those who feel that way. Yes, a blessing for Karen. Besides, he may return in the future, so never say never. Yeah, look at what Cody did. Now, Cody didn't get released. Cody wanted to leave. Look at him now. He left, made a name for himself. He was upset with the Stardust character. He left, went to Ring of Honor. He went to Impact. He went to NWA, helped jumpstart AEW. And look at him now. He's a megastar, and now he's the WWE undisputed WWE champion, winning at WrestleMania 40 in the main event. So you can take the Cody Rhodes route. Grimes' recent rematch was against Braun. Yeah, sure was. I think that was a few months ago. B-Fab needs to be fired because I put her name on the list. You put on the list? No. He's talking about this list.
You just made the list. Oh, no.
He's talking about that list. But yeah, that is wild, guys. Gerard says something here that's key. Yeah, have you noticed both guys, Braun, Breaker, Face, have been released recently? You're talking about not Cameron Grimes, the other guy. What's his name? The guy that got released along with Jinder Mahal. I forgot his name. Do you know his name, Gerard? I forgot his name. He did get released. He just faced him a couple weeks ago. Yep, Zion Quinn. Zion Quinn. B-Fab, man, she awful. Maxine is better than her. Yeah, Maxine improved. No cap. Maxine did improve that. She did improve. Maxine definitely improved. No doubt about it. She definitely improved. She got better in the ring. I'm not even going to hold you guys. Definitely got better. Definitely got better in the ring. I agree with that. Definitely got better. Wagner. Are you talking about Von Wagner? I forgot about Von Wagner. Maxine Dupree's improving. Yeah, Maxine Dupree's improving. I would like to see what Jade Cargill could do on a one-on-one match. I would like to see when she's improving. Because we always see her in tags or quick squash matches. So I'm giving some time, keeping my eye on Miss Cargill. Definitely. Maxine does need to tone down the makeup. But, you know, she got that model in her, Gerard. She got that modelist in her. She wants to be pretty and look all good and all that. WWE never used him. He never had anything in the main roster. True. Never. Maxine improved on that cake as well. Maxine's better than Eddie Hartwell. I don't know about that. Eddie Hartwell's pretty solid, bro. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. I watched Indy Hartwell NXT. She's solid. She's solid. She needs to be on her own, not being a tag team with Candice LeRae, who's also solid. I disagree with that. Indy's better than Maxine. Maxine get better, but she's definitely not that level. But yeah, man, that is crazy. We got breaking news of Cameron Grimes, the whole Vince McMahon arbitration, Janel Grant lawsuit. Crazy stuff on the wrestling world. I know you like Indy Hartwell. Maxine's better. Maxine is getting better, but Indy's a solid. Remember, Indy's a former NXT Women's Champion. What has Maxine accomplished yet? No, I don't think she's better. She can be in the future. Just I don't see it happening right now. That I have to. I doubt that. Apollo. I've been saying Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews and Cedric Alexander, possibly Shinsuke Nakamura, and also possibly Otis from the Alpha Academy. Y'all saw that promo that Chad Gable did to him on Monday Night Raw. They got on him hard. They need to push Candice LeRae's a heel. Well, she is a heel. She's not a single star. Do you mean a singles run? She's a heel now. Indy Hartwell's not main roster material. Send Indy back to NXT. No, they're not sending her back. Apollo needs to be the next one released. I agree. Yep. Apollo has not been on TV. Nakamura needs to reform Chaos with Okada. Nakamura better than Okada. I think all those New Japan guys in AEW are overrated. Most of them are overrated. But yeah. DDE said, I don't know about Shinsuke Nakamura. Maybe he goes down to NXT and reevaluate himself. That would be his last chance. If that does not happen with Shinsuke, if that don't happen with him, I just don't see him staying. I think he'll be gone, unfortunately. Ross said, what are your thoughts on Giovanni Vinci? Do you think he'll be released or sent back to NXT with his model gimmick? I think he may be released. Unfortunately, Gerard, I think he may be released. I don't think he's going to be around. And that's probably why they had a period of break up. And that's probably why he was taken out like that. That may be the last time we see him on television. Very well could be the case here. I don't think that's going to work, honestly. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if he's end up being gone. I would not be surprised, not one bit. I don't think he's going to be around unless everybody can see. Here's the thing: everybody can't go back down to NXT. You already got Baron Corbin down there. You already got others down there. So I just don't see that happening. At least I don't. Let's see what else. AZM, she's the best Japanese talent. Who's AZM? What's the AZM stand for? Romy one. Who's AZM again? Who's AZM? What's that? What's that short for? I believe it's best for Candice on singles push. I'm not disputing that. But here, who's Candice? What is she gonna feud with? Is she gonna feud with Maxine? Who is she gonna feud with when it comes down to that? We gotta ask ourselves, how would that work? You know what I'm saying? So that's my only question with that situation. How would that work? Who would she feud with? How would Candice get built a single star? Because we gotta admit, Candice is pretty small, like a Liv. So I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad theory. I'm not saying it is. But how would that go, you know? I'm trying to see how to work for a single star. That's why they got her and Indy together. That's the whole thing about it. Let's see. Romy once said, I prefer Japanese wrestling over the U.S. wrestling, more entertaining to me. Yeah, Japanese got very good technical wrestling, and it's straight wrestling. Gerard said, I do like Giovanni as a lot in NXT. He was exceptional, but he was never given an opportunity. That as a solo act, he was always in the tag with Imperium. That's NXT UK. Oh, Azumi. Oh, okay. Azumi is a 21-year-old. I heard that name before. Azumi is a 21-year-old in New Japan who's exceptional. Azumi, she's only 21 to take on anyone to win. Is Azumi up there with Asuka? She up there with Io Sky? Ross said Korea creative can tweak her aesthetic, give her an edge. That's a possibility. It's a possibility. I'm not saying it's not. That's a possibility, though. It's a very well possibility how that could go. But, only time will tell how that will go. Vinci will have a mini feud with Ludwig. Yep, that's true. That's true, Romy One. They're still going to have a little feud. And I hope they don't release him. Hope they just do something with him. DD said, yep, he's next. Apollo Crews definitely get fired next because he haven't been used in a very long time. I don't even remember last time he was on TV. It was SmackDown I think a couple months ago. Same with Cedric Alexander. Let's not forget Cedric Alexander is on that list too. Let's not forget about him. What tell me what crazy about what's his name? Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews was just on NXT a year and a half ago. Then he went back down to NXT, had a feud with Carmelo Hayes, had a feud against Braun Breaker, then brought him back to the main roster, and he ain't doing nothing with him. So that's how I know he's gonna get released. You can't send him back to NXT. You did that already. You can't have a fuse with people down in NXT. You did that already too. What else can you do with him? Azumi could take Asuka. Can't lie. Just my opinion. Hey, Asuka and EO? Wow. I gotta look that up. Azumi's been training for a dojo since 11 years old. Oh yeah, Gerard, you're right. He did job out to Andrade. It was so quick we forgot about it. Cedric Alexander, people keep forgetting. I'm gonna highlight that name. I haven't seen him in actually longer than Apollo. That's the guy I think is gonna get released. Cedric Alexander, I think, is next. We know what talks about Cedric. He was in the Hurt Business. He was in tag team with Shelton Benjamin, who also got released. I forget about Cedric now. Yeah, you said Azumi can take Io, but I'm not sure if he's at Oscar level yet. Oh, wow. Azumi must be real good. Petey Williams now producing WWE. Yeah, I think Petey Williams from TNA or something like that. I heard that name. But yeah, man. Oh man, I see some more releases coming. And let's not forget, we do have the WWE draft this Friday. And also, not only this Friday, also the following Monday. So we got 2 draft dates. Hopefully, it's not a bogus draft like last year. Hopefully, it could be some use. Hopefully. I want to see some good moves. You guys got any thoughts about the upcoming WWE draft this Friday and this following Monday? What you say, Gerard? Von Wagner was released? That must have just happened. I didn't hear about that earlier. He got released? Dang, I like Von Wagner. He was just in NXT. Oh, man. That sucks. Oh, man, I got to put one of these out. I like Von Wagner. I got to put this out. Yeah, that stinks. He got released. Man, that stinks. Romy once said, Utami, she's another great Japanese women's wrestler. Also, Tom Nakono. No Kono could take both Kabuki Warriors and Io. Oh, wow. You speak very highly of Japanese women's division over there, Romy One. I'm going to take it out. I mean, how can we catch it on TV? I know New Japan calls on after TNA on Thursdays on the AXX channel here in the United States. Drew McIntyre by Sheamus. Yeah, that was a savage promo he did last night on Monday Night Raw. Fans online are irate that Drew McIntyre was body shaming so wrong. Yeah, we in sensitive culture. They whine about everything. Unfortunately, that's the situation. And that's the kind of society we in. You can't say nothing without getting some type of pushback for something. That's just how the game go. But that's definitely wild, though, guys. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I got to say. Watch wrestling online for all free, for all wrestling bros free. Roll me one. What if you be so kind to the locker room, not just me, can you put it in the chat there, the website where you get this where you can find all this great sport of wrestling, of this content? I would like to know. I appreciate that. Mike Santana returns TNA. Yeah, Santana. I heard Santana ain't gonna be doing nothing to TNA. So did Matt Hardy. He attacked Moose after the TNA world title match between Moose champion versus Nick Nemeth. Yeah, I appreciate that, Roll Me One. Greatly appreciate it, bro. I'd like to know more about it. Gerard said, what's next for Thunder Rosa now that she lost to Toni Storm at her best career promo? Let's see what is next for her. Honestly, it's what I think is going to be next for her. It doesn't matter because they're not going to have her win that anyway. But if they're not going to put the belt on her, it don't make sense what they're going to do with her. Or maybe she already been AEW Women's Champion, what, twice or once? She already won that title. I don't think they're going to do anything for her right now. Toni Storm is hot right now. She hot right now. And then that's another one that took that was talking crap about WWE at the media scrum. AEW needs to grow up. Every time I look up, they got say something negative about WWE. Every time. Every time. They just do not mess with the insults. That's crazy. Man. Oh, man. But, yeah, we got the draft coming up. We got 426 and 429. I really hope it's not a BS draft. I hope it's worth something this time. Unlike last year, we need to see some big blockbuster moves with the draft, depending on what they are. I would love to see what's the next move for the draft from WWE. When's the Mariah May turn coming? Who knows? I mean, they got Double or Nothing coming up. Could come close to Double or Nothing. She look good too, by the way. I like Mariah May. Julia versus Tom Nakano is one of the best feud in match ever women's wrestling. Nothing can touch it. It's so physical and so fanatic. Yep, Shayna Baszler did return. She's going to be in Lola Vice's corner next week at the NXT Underground for Spring Breaking Night 2. Yeah, that's wild. Shayna Baszler returned tonight. I would like to see that match between Natalya and Lola Vice next week. That's going to be interesting for Spring Breaking Night 2. Yeah, this is going to be crazy, guys. Definitely going to be crazy. Natalya has lost weight and trimmed down, which is what I'm trying to get the girl Jada Park. Jada Park got nice shape on her, but I see what you mean, Gerard. She keep it up, she will get too big. But she's good now. She just can't gain no more weight. She's right where she should be. Yeah, Natalya did trim down. I noticed that. I don't want to lose no more weight, honestly. That's what you got to do as an athlete. You got to train. It's crazy, man. Definitely wild. Anyone seen Natalya's videos with her sister? They slap each other's. Yeah, I heard they do that. Do you think it's a good idea Trick Williams stay in NXT? Yeah, because he needs to have a solo run. He always was Carmelo's sidekick, or always fighting with Melo, and he fought Melo. He needs to have, and he's over. He's over right now, and him having being an NXT champion while he's over, it's a good time. You gotta remember too, Gerard, AEW may swerve the first AEW Black World Champion. WWE was going to capitalize and may trick their NXT champion, who's also over, just like Swerve is over in AEW. So yeah. Yes. Yep. I think it was a good idea. Ilya is going up in the draft. Yeah, Ilya is going to the main roster. You said good observation on Natalya, and Gerald must respect. Yeah, Natalya, she's trimmed down, and also the only thing with Natalya I also don't like is that it's that all that plastic surgery she did on her body. Other than that, she good. Other than that, though, I like Natalya. She's a good wrestler, very good wrestler, one of the underrated ones. And she just getting better and better, and she's doing it on NXT. I hope Ilya Dragunov get respected, book it on the main roster. I hope so too, because I like Ilya, but he's a good in the ring, but he's boring. He was a very boring NXT champion. That's another reason I'm glad Trick Williams won tonight. He was boring. It was very boring. Natalya work punches are pathetic, and did you see her battle royal? That whole battle royal match was trash. It wasn't just Natalya. That whole thing was a botch. I don't want to get on that battle royal. That whole match was terrible. The way it was booked, it was so obvious Becky was going to win. You don't not get me started on that garbage. Natalya won't be having kids. She's a queer woman. Or can she even have babies, Gerard? You ask yourself that question too. Can she even have children? It may be an opportunity she may not have children. I know she got to it with Ronda Rousey got on her for not having children. And Natalya said it's my choice if I want children. I don't get mad at me for not having children. I may not even have none. I'm pretty sure she would like to have kids. She's been married for over 10 years now. So you never know, guys. You never know what the next move may be. But yeah, guys, that's wow. Have you noticed Zoe Stark's push has been halted? No more push. Yeah, the last time she was really pushed, she's a tag team, if anything, along with Shayna. She had her match at Survivor Series against Rhea for the Women's World Champion when Rhea was the Women's Champion. Yeah, but Zoe is 29, 30. She do have some time left in her career, so we got to give her that too. She could, hopefully they do somewhere in the near future. Shayna, I think, is done. She may get released, but Zoe, I hope they keep her. Tyson Kidd working on his neck muscles. You crazy, Romy one. Crazy. Yeah, guys. We've been in now for what? Over an hour 18. Natalya is at risk of georrhea zone if she decides. Natalya is 40, 41, 42. It's a wrap for Natalya. There's no risk. She's done. Ain't no risk. She's done. Done. The women's tag division needs work. It's always room for improvement. Nothing's perfect. Yeah, I know Shayna Baszler. And they say her girlfriend is Dakota Kai. Her and Dakota Kai live in the same house in Florida. I think her and Dakota Kai dating on the low. They just don't want to put it out there. Yeah, Natalya's in the past 40, so it's been over for the past 5-6 years. But yeah, guys, we are hour 18 in. The main story tonight was about Vince McMahon and Janel Grant. Talk about Vince McMahon files a motion to compel arbitration in Janel Grant lawsuit. So yeah, guys, that's all I have regarding this whole story. We talked about Vince McMahon, talk about the proof he has, talk about how he, how it's consensual. NDA was broken with Janel Grant. Talked about the releases, Kevin McGrath's this video. I have nothing else left. All I have regarding these subjects tonight. Yeah, you gotta look it up. Dakota Kai, Shayna share a house in Florida. And if you look in pictures on her IG or X, you look at either one of their accounts, they be taking pictures together quite often, either just those two or with a whole group of people. So I'm starting to see the pattern. I think they're dating on the low, Dakota and Shayna. Shayna would love Toy Story KK Live sold out. Oh yeah, definitely. The girl Tegan Knox is, but Dakota said it's a rumor. Yeah, I don't know. Why is Dakota sharing the house with Shayna? Beats me. That's kind of strange. Sharing the house with if you're a straight woman, sharing it with a woman like Shayna. So, but that's my speculation. But that's all I have regarding these subjects. Vince McMahon, Janel Grant, the releases of Cameron Grimes and others in WWE. Like I said, I keep you guys updated what's going on with Vince McMahon and his lawsuit with Janel Grant. So I thank you all for coming up to the locker room. And like I said, definitely, yeah, Tegan Knox may get fired. Kiera Hogan, yeah, she got a nice shape on her. No, Toni Storm got a good shape on her. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated what's going on. And I'll probably do a monetization party stream here sometime this week. Celebrate the this channel being monetized. So definitely will keep you updated. Thank you all for coming out to the locker room tonight. You guys leave the locker room, get back to what we all do best. Still two videos will pop up. One will be Big E's dating history red flags. Second video will be why Logan Paul will end up being divorced, aka Logan Simpal. Until then, it is OUT.